as a passenger, you are going to expect many things. It's either the journey goes well or it goes wrong. Every passenger should open up his or her mind for any uncertainty that happens. If you are flying, you should be ready if a mayday is being called upon.
Hey passenger, welcome to Conversations with a Passenger, a space where we sit and we talk about becoming what we said we would be. And today we are sitting with someone who has traveled across borders, across cultures, and across different experiences of life. And when you travel that much, you don't just see the world, you see yourself even in a more different light. So let's talk. Getting to meet our guest. Can we meet you, please?
Yeah, my name is Franklin Dozie, and I'm Nigerian. Well, I'm pleased and happy to be on your program and to be your guest. And
Yeah, please have you too.
so we look forward to an intelligent and educative conversation.
Yeah. Okay. A quick one, guys. Our guest has been to over 40 countries. That is not a small number. In Italy, we call it 40. And when you travel that much, a lot of things change about you. So tell us, has there been any place you've been to that really changed your perspective about life?
Yeah, well, every travel comes with a lesson.
Yeah.
And every lesson we learn in every lesson. So I would say most of my travels have taught me one or two things, and which I'm appreciative about. And one thing in life is that we learn, we unlearn and relearn.
Exactly.
So I think traveling, I have experienced the act of learning, relearning, and unlearning. So it's an educative experience. Yeah. So they say experience is the best teacher.
It's the best
So
teacher.
I think I have experienced it and I have learned.
Okay. But on these journeys, going through borders, airports, train stations, bus stations, do you ever feel like a passenger? Do you ever feel like you are passing through and you'll be at the next place now?
Yeah. Well, every traveler is a passenger because a passenger is one who has a destination. So once you have a destination, you are a passenger. So even in our life, we are all passengers, I would say, because we have an end, and that end or destination is death. So traveling, I felt like a passenger, of which of course I am, and but it depends again in what context you mean, like feeling like a passenger.
Yeah, I mean, you going through borders, going through a security check, going through different things. Do you feel like I don't belong here? I'm just passing through. Do you usually feel like that?
Crazy things, of course.
I just have to do this. Okay, this is what I have to do. Then let me go to the next stage.
Yeah, crazy things, most times when you're traveling and you get to the airport, you're flying and you have to pass through the security check, pass through immigration, and most times the experiences are seamless, and most times it can be quite chaotic.
Be a lesson.
Understand? You feel like,
No.
whoa, this is crazy. Well, traveling by road is another story altogether because depends. Maybe you talk about if it's night trip, insecurity, things that might happen, and so. At each point traveling, yes, I feel like a passenger because I know that this is not my destination. I am heading to somewhere. So, and as a passenger, you are going to expect many things. It's either the journey goes well or it goes wrong. So, every passenger should open up his or her mind for any uncertainty that happens. If you are flying, you should be ready if a mayday is being called upon. So if you are, yeah, because
Exactly.
look at what happened last year with the Air India, Indian Air. So none of the 200 something passengers on board,
Nobody was
none
aware.
of them were aware that that plane was going to crash.
Yeah.
But it's a certainty. And when you are trying to bring in the experience of a passenger into our real life experiences, you see that we live with uncertainties, which at times seems to be very difficult and challenging to deal with. So traveling has taught me a lot of things, and as at each point I feel like a passenger because I don't know. Yeah, I have a destination. It's either it goes well or it goes wrong, but I pray and I think it's going to go well, and that it's been going well. So
Thank you so much for that. Okay, talking about lessons, I know the year has just started and it's still very fresh. At the same time, it's running now.
yeah,
What has this year taught you? Forget all the experiences from the back. Forget everything from the gone years.
Yeah.
This year, what
yeah,
has it
this
taught you?
year. Well, we know that this year is just starting.
Yeah.
If I'm to say,
But we've done a lot of things.
yeah, I would say we are just testing the water, trying to make adjustments from the mistakes of the previous year. And well, for the few days, this is the second month of the year. So,
Yeah.
one thing I would say that I have really learned this year, not as if it's something new, but we remind ourselves the need for something, and the need of transparency and the need of being honest. Honesty pays a lot, and it might at first seem as if no, it doesn't want it.
Yeah.
It doesn't give weight to anything. It deprives you of something that you are supposed to get. But I think the future
Yeah.
pays more. So I said this year only reminded me more, encourages me more on being honest, and being transparent with anything I'm doing. So I think these are the core things that's for every human being who is purposeful and you want to achieve something. You must be very transparent and be honest with whatever thing you are doing. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. Okay, this is a sharp one.
Okay.
What does becoming mean to you? To be becoming. When I say I'm in the process of becoming, what does it mean to you, that word?
Becoming.
Yeah.
I think this sometime in philosophy, when I was doing philosophy, I think there was a part we learned about being as a becoming, like becoming. So
Really?
yeah, I think somewhere metaphysics. But well, I wouldn't go into much talking about metaphysics.
Yeah.
It's about becoming, even from the name and your literary understanding from the word becoming seems to be kind of a process. So something that is in potency, something that is still in progress. So it needs more work, more patience, more knowledge, understanding. Yeah, it needs a lot to move. You understand? So it's something that is in progress. So that is what I can say about becoming.
It's a lot of work, a lot of patience, a lot of things to do in that process. When did you stop playing small?
Yeah.
Because I know you don't.
No. Funny thing.
Yeah.
I know my friend Boniface would be watching this video and you would say, yes, this is Frank. So I would always be that person that I think big, don't think little about yourself. And I also remember my friend, Master. So big shout out to Master.
Yeah.
So Master once told me something in 2021. So I often visit his office. So one day he said that the greatest harm a small business can do is to think like a small business.
the greatest harm a small business can do,
is to think like a small business.
Keep that.
So now, bringing it to our own human living, I say what the worst thing any human person can do is to think little about themselves. So you have to give yourself worth. You have to give yourself value, because when you give yourself worth, when you give yourself value, it helps you, because every human being is the market. So you have to market yourself. You have to give a price tag to yourself, and it helps you to, curtail some kind of shenanigans that happen around. So just let me share this story that happened in 2022. That was barely after I might have finished my National Youth Service. So a friend of mine was going for a business pitching, and he contacted me. He knows that when it comes to business structure, that I could help him do one or two things.
Yeah, you can.
So what my one was just to speak to him.
Yeah,
to speak to his ego. He needed me to speak to him, to give him that confidence that he wants.
We need that a lot. Like we all need someone that can do that.
Yeah, so that was what he needed me to do. So when I said, okay, share me your business structure. So he shared me the business structure. I went through it. I said, oh wow, you have a wonderful business structure, and I think your clients are going to love it. But now we have to work on yourself, because I said, have you seen 5 million naira before? He said no. I said, have you seen 10 million naira before? He said no. Now, this idea, I see from your business structure, you are wanting it 3 million. He said yes. That he's even afraid if they were going to accept that. It seems it's very big. I said, this is your creativity. It is your time. It is your talent. It is your skill. So you price tagging it 3 million naira. For me, I don't see it as a very nice one. So he said, what do you think we do? I said, can we take a step upper, and we could just go for 10 million? Because this is the business you are going for. He said, no, Franklin, you can't go for 10 million. 10 million is too big. I said, 10 million is too big?
Really?
I said, do you know that when you give them this thing for 3 million and someone else comes and presents 15 million, they would bargain with the person of 15 million than yourself. So you first have to work on yourself, and it reflects on your business. So after everything, he wasn't that fully confident of himself. So he said, Franklin, can you join me, and I will introduce you as my permanent secretary? I said, fine, okay. So we got to the place, he did the speeching, I sat down, and when it came, we were like, we see from here, this is worth 10 million naira. Can't you go, can't you just maybe go for like 2 million? That was when he said, my secretary will now come in. I said, sir, sorry, we can't go for this amount, No, that's how we go for the 10 million naira. Is the 10 million naira or not 10? I said, no, we have other people who are waiting. I said, sir, if you do have other people, you can go ahead with them. But we can't take anything not less than 10 million naira for this. He said, we're pricing it for 10 million. Then what is our security on the project? I said, your security is that if things doesn't work out well, it's on the business plan. You have you can liquidate the assets and you get your money at a percentage of what your investment. So it's fine, okay. Can we go for 5 million? I said no. 10 million.
Yeah.
So we stood at the 10 million, and at everything, give and take, at everything, we ended at 8 million naira. So I said, okay, 8 million naira, fine. We take it and we do the project. Okay. We discussed about signing of papers. Okay, this is the story. So it's about value. It's about what? So I tell people, you have to give yourself what? You have to give yourself value. You have to give yourself a prize, So it helps you to live your life.
Exactly.
It helps you to guide you where to stay, where not to be, how to be, and where not to be. You will be the CEO of your life.
You will be the CEO of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for that. Okay. You don't play small. You give yourself what? But then there's a question. People have a problem leaving a version of themselves behind to become another version. You know, it's good to place a value on yourself, but between leaving that version behind and becoming another version, there is a middle in between. There's an in between that is very, very difficult for a lot of people. How do you think, or how have you been able to navigate those spots? And you think someone out there can also use that to navigate?
Okay. Still on the question of becoming, I think. Well, people will say change is constant. You know, change is constant with things that are within our human environment, like things within
can
our
control.
Yeah, things
Yeah.
within our control. So most times people feel like, oh, I don't want to do this again. I want to change. I have a problem with that word change. So yeah, because I'm one of those that it's not as if I don't believe in change. There is change, but when it comes to human beings, it's not about change. It's about evolution. Human
Evolving.
beings evolve. Now, why do I use the word evolve rather than using change? Is because human beings, we are an embodiment of possibilities. And when you believe that we human beings are embodiment of possibilities, you know that change is another thing altogether. Like in science, we have the change from solid to liquid. I don't know how to
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
The state change in
From
state of gas,
state of matter.
state of matter. Thank you, state of matter. So you change from water
Yeah.
to vapor,
Yeah.
vapor to water. Like
process.
you boil, go up, down. You go
Exactly.
to the sky as vapor, then
comes down
saturates the sky and comes down as rain.
Exactly.
Thank you. What goes around what comes around. Is it not the same thing? That is what is evolution.
It's not change.
It's not change. Now, the change is something is white and changes to become black. Now, human beings being an embodiment of possibilities, that there is good and there is bad. That's why you see some people, they say, if I show you the bad side of me,
There's so many bad sides.
if I show you the bad side of me,
Yeah.
and you're like, how many sides of this person? So does that mean that the person has changed? No. Just that the person decided to like keep that side and take a new side. So these are two things coexisting. So now, for people who choose a new thing, it depends on the intention. Why do you choose to like live your own life, to live another type of life? Most times people like start living another person's life. At that point, you live in denial. You will hate yourself at some point. You know, it's good to be on your state. Be yourself, live your life, do things the way and manner you want it to be. You understand? So I know that information, you can say, okay, information is quite very kind of different. Not information is not going to change you as a person, because people, this is where psychologists comes in. They say you're not no, it's like formation is not going to change you as a person. What formation is going to do is to help you deal with your shortcomings, your difficulties. You understand? So now, living another person's life, why are you living another person's life? Oh, this person is my role model and I want to live like this person, but you are not that person. That person is Obi. You are Femi. You cannot be Obi, even though that Obi is your role model. As you said, Obi being your role model is because you see an aspect of Obi that is in you. that you have not yet discovered, you see it in Obi, and that is why you say Obi is your role model. You want the light of Obi to enlighten the light in you.
So
You understand? So
wake you up.
To wake you up. So like, you see some people, they go, oh, I want to, I follow, what's that? His name? The richest man in the world.
Okay, Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. Why do you follow Elon? Because, he's the richest man. I want to be a rich person. Let me tell you, not everybody in this life wants to make money as much as Elon has done. You understand? There are people that just want to live a comfortable life.
Exactly.
And for them, Elon cannot be their role model.
No, you
You
cannot.
understand? So now, because you want Elon to be your role model, because you feel that he's the richest man and you are attracted to wealth, and that is why you want him to be your role model. So living your life, because Elon is your role model, and you see Elon on a yacht, on a summer vacation, he's riding a yacht, and you barely earn 500 euros a month, and you go to rent a yacht. That is stupidity. So I'm not comfortable with people when they live a life that is not theirs. There is need for you to be authentic. Live your life, your true self. Be your true self. Whomever is going to like you is going to like you for whom you are and what you stand for.
Thank you so much for that. Okay, what would you tell your younger self?
Many things.
Like what?
many things. Well,
That's a deep one.
yeah, many things I'm trying to. Well, one of the things I'm going to tell my younger self is, one is to be patient with life, not to expect so many things, and to know that most times things doesn't really go our way the way we planned it, and whatever life brings has a reason for it. So it might not be rosy now, doesn't mean that it's not going to be fruitful. So that's why I talk about patience. So today might be blue, but tomorrow is brighter. So the key three things I would tell my younger self is: be patient, don't expect too much from life, and to be honest. Yeah, because you will say I've dwelt about honesty.
You've said it.
Yeah, because
It's key.
yeah, it's very key, and it's one of the things personally I pride myself about.
Being honest.
Yeah, being honest, and because it has paid me. It has paid me a lot. Yeah, I think one of the greatest achievements I've ever had in life came out of honesty. So I because of time, I might not go into telling a full story. So, but
about that, I wanted to ask a question actually. That has there been a stranger that changed your life in a way you never imagined?
Yeah,
We meet people every day. Everybody, we were strangers before we met.
Yeah. That's true.
I was a stranger to my mom before she saw me. We are all strangers. So there's a stranger that will have actually done
Boy,
something.
there are many strangers that's
That's beautiful.
Oh, Mamma Mia. There are many that I can't keep mentioning. So, but I'll just maybe mention the names for acknowledgement, and pick one to like say something about, like Martin. Martin is my friend and the brother. I met him in Ghana, so he never knew me from Adam, actually. But when I stayed with Martin, he's a nice guy from nowhere, but he took me as his brother. And Martin, Clement, Chukwuka, God, I don't know, but there are many. But
I understand. You cannot.
Newell, Aloysius, Noel and Aloysius are Ghanaians. I think they're the first people I met when I went to Ghana, and they were very nice. Yeah, and Dr. Favor, Bishop, I call him. So Dr. Favor, yeah, I met with Dr. Favor on Facebook far back as 2016 or thereabout, And yeah, this brings us to the story about honesty. So I met Dr. Favor on Facebook in 2016, if I'm right. So he has a foundation, and I wrote, I want to be a volunteer because I'm somebody I believe in service. I believe in service. So yeah, you must have to serve. Yeah. You must serve. So when I volunteered, and he tried to reach back to me, it wasn't like 2 times when he called because it was an international number. I said, no, these are scammers calling. No.
International number.
Yeah, number. Yeah, because I was still in Nigeria at
that.
time. So when I saw the international number, I thought, no, this is scam. So, but later on, and I called the number, and we spoke that day, talked about the foundation and everything. Fine. So months, weeks, days into that conversation, we kicked off. Dr. Favor has never seen me before. And he sent some amount of money that were in millions into my account.
For you to manage?
Not just for me to manage, to use it
to manage his work.
Yeah, to work in the foundation in Nigeria. So, while I was using this money, things that I was doing, I made sure that the receipts were there. Both for transportation, feeding, lodging, logistics, everything was intact. Now, this was happening now in 2017. Yes, 2017. Dr. Favor came back in, I think I met him in 2020 in Asaba, Nigeria. So, and this was just 2017, 2023 years after. So I brought a logbook to him. I said, sir, this is how the money you gave me, this is how I spent it.
Everything.
This is the receipt of the POS, the hotels where I lodged. This is everything. He looked at me and he was like, wow. He didn't say much. He just said thank you, because I asked him to confirm and sign for me that, yeah, he acknowledges this account. He signed. He didn't hesitate to just sign. I'm sure he didn't even go through the figures.
The figures.
He just signed. He said, okay, and signed. I said, thank you. So this happened in 2020. Now, 2023, I was on call one day with him, and he was like, Franklin, you did something that amazed me. He said, he has not seen someone that he doesn't know me. He has not seen me before. I would have taken that money and run away.
Exactly. A lot of people would have.
Yeah, so he wouldn't have any evidence. But he said, I used the money, gave account of the money, and so some other things came out of that particular act, and it encouraged me, and that is why up till now, like, I live my life that, why? If this is what I can do, I do it. And if it's not what I'm not gonna do, I say I'm not gonna do it. I'm be honest and be truthful with certain things. And it might not look, as I said, it might not look bright now. I know the time when he sent me that money, I was still in school. So I shared the story with some friends. And, one of them told me something. I said, this man doesn't know you from anywhere. Come, let us, in his language, he said, wait, let me remember how he said it. He said, Kaima Zwo the money, like, let us eat this money. I'm like, no, this is not my money.
You said the Igbo, I was going to laugh.
Kaima Zwo the money, let us eat the money. I was like, no, I'm not gonna eat the money. It's not my money. This person did this on trust, and I have to respect it. I wasn't trained up to take something that doesn't belong to me. So, honesty, I feel is key.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. You've really touched on a lot of things, and most importantly, honesty. Because no, yes, as a passenger, we have to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
honest with ourselves. If you're
Yeah.
not, a lot of people are not honest with themselves, so you don't expect them to be honest with others. When you're honest with yourself, honest with your journey, honest with the things you do.
But I tell people, sorry to cut you short. I
okay.
tell people, honesty is an aura.
Mm,
You understand? It's an aura. Like, as a passenger, let's say passenger in literally sense, like a traveler. When you get to the immigration check, you know, the officer looks at you and he knows if you're a bad person or if you're a good person. You know,
it's an aura.
It's an aura. So it comes out. So there is need for it. As a passenger, there is need for it, because when you are not honest, you arriving to your destination is not assured. Imagine you say you are a passenger, you want to travel with a fake visa. It's not honesty.
Nah, it's not.
So you're not gonna travel.
Because you, from the beginning, you are not honest.
Yeah, you're not honest. So you're not gonna travel. And even if you travel on that fake visa, you cannot go far. Now, how do I mean that you're gonna?
Because the foundation is faulty.
Yeah, the foundation is faulty. You cannot go far, in literary sense of a passenger. You use a fake visa to travel. Then when you're coming back, you weren't caught when you were going, but when you are coming back, you are not equally sure. Something else might still happen. So it's a two sides of a coin. So honesty, it's more than what we think it to be. It's more than how we see it. So, like, I encourage people to be honest in whatever thing they are doing and be transparent.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So it was really, really nice to sit with you and have this beautiful conversation. And I'm sure a lot of people would have, learned a lot of things from this conversation. And we did this last month, and funny thing, we'll do it again next month. We keep doing it. We keep doing it. It's a series. It's open to a lot of passengers, a lot of people. Conversation with a passenger. It's a series. We'll bring more people here to talk. It's not rigid. It's very easy. Just talk. Just have a conversation. Talk about your experience. Talk about how you've been through life. Thank you for sitting with us. And I'll see you on the next one, dear passenger.